They ran toward the house. Itadori was hung up on what Kairi had said. The boy didn't think that the demon would attack other people in the house. Those words echoed over and over inside his head as they ran. Itadori coughed in the cold night air, and his heart pounded in alarm. In the dark nighttime streets, worries assailed him. Alternating rapidly in his mind were the images of the demon that had attacked him and the faces of the family that had taken the boy in. Rounding the corner, they entered the familiar lane. If he kept running straight, he would arrive at the house. Itadori. Seriously, it's getting bigger? Itadori exclaimed. They could clearly see it, even from a distance.
Try again.
The body of the demon, the size of a beach ball, had now bulked up to the dimensions of a station wagon. Its hulking arms spread to block the street, and the two mouths in its eyeless face were baring and grinding their teeth menacingly. Itadori had a basic understanding of why. If Kairi had given birth to this curse, it grew larger with his fear. The boy's fear had swelled as he turned towards home, and that was making the demon stronger.
I knew it. It's no use. I can't do it.
Kairi turned to run away, and Itadori couldn't catch him, but he could call out toward the boy's back. Are you sure that's what you want to do?
But...
While you're running away in fear, you could lose your home. Is that what you want? Kairi stopped. In great trepidation, he once again stared at the street. The giant, hideous form of the demon was still there, the fright welling up deep from within, telling him to flee, flee. However, what he witnessed in the next moment drove all thought from his head. Kairi! Beyond the demon's arm blockade stood Mrs. Okazaki. She might have happened to step out for a stroll, or maybe meeting Itadori had inspired a change of heart and she'd come out to greet Kairi. Either way, there she was, standing right beside the demon, and the demon's attention had shifted from Itadori to her.
Mom!
There wasn't a moment to think. Kairi took off running, but not to flee. His feet were carrying him straight toward the house. He was running toward the person he called Mom.
Try again.
The demon's gaze, which had turned on the woman, snapped back to Kairi. For the average person, the challenge of confronting a demon head-on would be like a nightmare. But Kairi didn't stop. He was more afraid of losing her than he was of the demon itself. His hastening feet thumped across the ground with increasing speed. He raced along the road, heading toward home as if to drive away the darkness filling the neighborhood.
Try again.
Yeah, it's about time. A shadow passed Kairi as fast as the wind. Itadori was swinging his right fist, packed with cursed energy. The demon didn't have time to dodge. Itadori was tearing across the asphalt at top speed and at close range. He leapt up under the beautiful moon. Divergent fist. With incredible momentum, his fist bashed into the demon's face. The demon's arms, now as big as logs, swung in an arc but were too late to stop Itadori's attack.
Try.
Cursed energy coursed through the demon's body. Despite its size, it dispersed quickly. Just like a popped balloon, it deflated and whooshed away. One blow from a sorcerer had removed the curse wall that had been blocking the street. The nightmarish evening had ended. Now, without obstruction, the street returned to its former appearance. Kairi was calling out. Mom! 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 Kairi, I'm sorry. You must have been so lonely. Kairi kept crying Mom as if to make up for lost time. Most likely, not every problem had been solved, but at the very least, Kairi would stop wasting time in the park. Alright, that was Section 7 of Chapter 5, Illusory Trek to the Guardian Demon. I don't have a ton to say this section that I didn't already say last section. This kind of just reinforces my thought that what the role of a sorcerer will be from here on out will be more of like a buddy system for people to unravel their own curses. Because nobody knows their own curses like an individual is going to. Kairi knows exactly what feeds this thing. He knows exactly the flavor of that fear. Yuji, sure, he can look at him and he can understand that this boy's fear is feeding this demon. But he doesn't know what the flavor of that fear is. He's never tasted it. So in my oh-so-humble opinion, I do think that sorcerers are best as assistance when it comes to unraveling curses. Did I just project myself into the story? All right, that's enough fiction for today. I'll see you on the next one.